makeup fans, welcome back. I have a couple of long wear items to try out for you today. I'm going to test them out for you. I also have the new Narsissist cheek palette with 3 blushes and a highlighter in it. I have that on today. So the highly anticipated release of Urban Decay's all-nighter waterproof long wear liquid foundation. I have that on today. I'm going to wear this for several hours and see how it wears for you guys. First off, I think this bottle is really cool. Look how they've sort of cut out through here. I think that's really quite interesting. The color I got is number 2.0. I don't believe that this is the greatest color match for me. I just kind of had to order it blind. I didn't try it on or anything. But I think it's a little deep for me. It doesn't really match my neck. It matches, say, my shoulders and my arms, but it doesn't really match my neck. So the color is not fantastic for me, but I am so far really enjoying this product. I'll tell you why. So first of all, here's how it went on today. It is a definite full coverage foundation. I used one pump over my entire face and I ended up having to wipe some of it off. It is a super full coverage foundation. As far as them saying that it's a matte foundation, I am so far not really seeing super matteness on this product. I don't like matte foundations. I like dewy foundations. I like moist looking foundations. This is not super dewy looking and it's not matte. It's somewhere in between. The matte foundations I have used before and have not liked have looked extremely dry. This doesn't look dry. I don't know what, so it's not really super duper matte. It's just a very nice foundation. It's somewhere in between. I really am so far liking it. The coverage is super unbeatable. It is just such a full coverage foundation. I just love that about it. So saying that it's a full coverage, heavy duty, all day foundation, I thought it would be hard to put on, but it was not. It went on very smoothly. It glided on very smoothly and evenly. It was not hard to move around. A lot of all day long wear foundations people say are hard to move around. They set up, they stay in one place. It's hard to get an even coverage. This was not the case with this. It went on very easily. So yay, I'm starting to really love this product. I just need a better color match. As far as the super all-day coverage, I'm going to check back in several hours with you guys. It is extremely hot outside. I'll be going out to dinner, and who knows what's going to happen to my foundation at that point. But I'm going to check back in with you guys later. Another long wear product I have on today. I got a sample of the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. This is a concealer, let me tell you. It was one of those, type in a code on Sephora.com, spend $25 and you get to pick out the shade of a deluxe sample of this concealer. This is a concealer. It is heavy duty. I have this on today. The color I have is number 11. Again, not necessarily the right color for me. I think it may be a little too yellow, a little too deep, but it ended up matching this Urban Decay, which is a little too deep for me too. But the quality of the product is amazing. This stuff is so heavy duty. When I put it on, it was almost like the super extreme coverage I have in my Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer, which I really love. That is a super heavy coverage concealer. This one is not as stiff as that product. This is a creamy, smooth, lightweight feeling concealer. Here's number 11. So look at how heavy that coverage is on that. That is a real heavy-duty concealer. Very even, very pigmented coverage. So I did set it with some of my e.l.f. under eye setting powder. Set like a dream. Did not crease, did not cake, nothing. Just really nice concealer coverage. I'm really loving this one. If I didn't already have 95,000 concealers that I love, I would probably get the full size in this. It's a concealer's concealer. I love it. Anyway, I'm probably going to get a lighter color. This one is L11 neutral. I'll probably get something a little bit lighter. I still need a neutral color. This one went on kind of yellow on me though. Check back in a few hours and show you how it's held up, but so far it's on there. Narsissist palette. NARS puts out these Narsissist palettes all the time. They have eyeshadow ones. This one's a cheek one. This is called Dual Intensity Cheek Palette. The colors on it there are 3 blushes and a highlight. They're just designated 1, 2, 3, and 4 with Roman numerals. If you're familiar with the NARS dual intensity blushes, they are a very hard metallic finish blush, most of them. Some of them can be more of a non-metallic finish, but they are a very dense, hard blush. You can use these dual intensity eyeshadows and cheek products wet or dry. I would never use a cheek product wet. I think that would be a little too pow and robot looking and out there. But I did use these dry. I used 3 of the shades in this palette today on my cheek. So toward the end, so what I did today was I went into this final color right here, this number 4 color, and I used that as sort of my blush. And I took my brush on these and I really dug into the product because these are such hard products. It's hard to get a lot of the product on your brush. You kind of have to dig in with my brushes today. Put this one on as a blush, and then I put this number 2 color, this coppery color here. This is a pretty color. It's just so coppery. I put that on as sort of a blush topper, and then I did use the highlight as my highlighter today. The highlight, I think, does a pretty good job. I thought it might be a little flaky, but it does a pretty good job highlighting. It's very white. I think these are quite pretty colors. This very intense color here, I'm not too sure about, but I almost think if you mixed all 3 of these colors together, how pretty would that be? So I'll show you the swatches of these. The highlighter is a very pretty champagne white, very metallic, all of these. Next we have this really pretty coppery pink. Ooh, I like that one. Then we have this intense sort of raspberry one. Intensely pink raspberry. And then we have this really pretty sort of terracotta-y colored one. I thought that made a pretty blush. It's again got that metallicness to it. So let's swirl all 3 of these last ones and see how they turn out. I'll put them right here. Right there, and see how that comes out. It's actually quite pretty. It's quite a bit peachier than them by themselves, isn't it? These are just really pretty. I mean, I'm starting to like it more and more now that I'm looking at the swatches. And even the highlighter, which I'm picky about my highlighters, even the highlighter did a good job, I think. Okay, I'll check back in several hours with you guys and we'll see how this all held up, including my concealer here. Okay, several hours later, I want to give you an update on the Urban Decay Foundation and the Kat Von D Concealer. Both of them are holding up really well, I think. The Urban Decay Foundation has not really left my chin. I have a lot of problems with losing foundation around my chin and around my nose as the day or the night goes on. That hasn't really happened with this. It's sort of settled into my smile lines a little bit. But other than that, there hasn't been a lot of loss, which is unusual for me. I usually have a lot of loss with foundations. The Kat Von D Concealer, Lock-It Concealer, is going strong. There's a tiny bit of loss just right in here, but that's less than a normal amount of fading with concealers with me. So holding up really well. I like both of these products really well. I just think I can get a better color match on both of them.